So if I take you back to Navigator, this is the part that I think is remarkable. They have these things called Smartlink. So I referred to one of these earlier where I send out this particular email to folks and I say, hey, in the meantime, here's a short Gray Cat overview deck that I've been working on. And there's a link to it. So you can actually click on this link, and this link will take you to the actual Smartlink in Navigator. So what this does, it's a 19-page PDF, and people can just kind of flip through it. Here's my background. Here's some sample projects. Oh, look at what I did at Global. It was interesting that the guy that owns the liquor company that I was referring to earlier, I met him on LinkedIn. I've met him for coffee at Starbucks. He's based here in Raleigh. He goes, wow, I flipped through your deck. 42 months at Global and 43 months at Deluxe. That's what he remembered out of it. And immediately what he's going is, this guy is not a lightweight guy. He's actually getting in with a company and they keep him around. He must be doing something right. That's all he got out of this deck. He didn't remember anything else because it's very detailed, but that's all I care about. It's the fact that he goes, this guy's a player. This guy could help me somewhere down the road. So it just gives people, you know, a view of some of the projects that I've run, and it gives them a feel for, you know, it's a credibility statement. It allows me to kind of, you know, kind of throw a bunch of big logos out there that people recognize. Oh, Bert Steve's Body Shop, Deluxe, you know, they kind of do that. Here are the boards that I've sat on. So you know, again, it's another credibility statement. Get into things that I can do, industry speaking. Oh, I've actually written 3 books too. You can get them there, and I even got Gray Cat stuff. You know, that's how serious I am about my business. I've actually created Gray Cat clothing that Marnie was wearing the other day. So looking awesome. So that's a great thing that it enables you to do. Let me show you what else is even better is if I go into the analytics, it not only will tell me when they viewed it, but who viewed it and for how long did they view it. So then I can click on Russ and it will tell me, and I don't see how it is showing up now. He spent 12 seconds on this particular slide. He spent 14 seconds on this particular slide. I can make this bigger, I think. So if I know, I don't even know Russ Tate. I'm connected to him somehow. I've got this posted also on my profile. So he must have gone to my profile. He's going, who's this Matthews guy? He clicks on this link. It takes him here. Now I see that he's looking at the Deluxe one where I'm the interim general manager for 7 divisions for Deluxe. So if I were to reach out to Russ, I've got some intel now. I'm going to go, he must be looking for someone to run one of his divisions or run something. And I can go into his site or his profile and figure out who he is, what he does. And then I could say, hey, you want to have an intro call? I just got done working on this project and I could just talk about the one that he was really kind of interested in. So if a retailer comes to this and looks at it and they spend, you know, half their time on store of the future slide, I know they're interested in building something new. So I can lead with that. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of creepy too, to a certain extent, but it's kind of interesting that it enables you to, I don't know, now it's locked up on me. It enables you to see, there he goes, to see what people are actually looking at. And I know the deck is somewhat busy, but it's designed that if someone is flipping through it, they're going to stop on what they want to see and what they want to think about. And that gives me some insight on what they're doing. So I've got a number of Smartlinks. I've got one with a Gray Cat overview deck. I've got one with the store of the future. I've got one that has a whole bunch of documents here. And then I use this also to share with some of my colleagues if we're working on a speech, and I was doing a speech in July. And so I sent it to them in June so they could actually view the deck through this source. So it's kind of an interesting thing. It's a little bit more for the expert level. You know, you got to have Sales Navigator. You got to get pretty comfortable. You got to have a bunch, I won't say it, you got to have a bunch of content that you have to be able to put into a deck. But once you have it, even if you didn't use the Sales Navigator, once you have your deck, now they're allowing you to put it up on your LinkedIn profile. You don't even need to have the Navigator. You just won't get the analytics that I get through Navigator, but you can at least have the deck up on your LinkedIn profile to help to build kind of a credibility statement.